Studies that have been done during the pandemic show that we are all participating in much more virtual calls than ever. And this is true whether you work from home, you have your own business, or you are a freelancer. Having too many virtual calls drains our energy and our time, and it keeps us from working on the important things during our day. In this video, I'm going to share a few tips that will help you reduce the duration of these calls or the frequency of these calls. Before I start with the tips, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you and thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe and the notification button below so you can be informed of any new videos. My videos are all related to bringing more efficiencies in your day so you can finally find time to be with your loved ones or really do whatever you want to do with your spare time. For the next few minutes, I'm going to present a few tools that help me be more efficient and reduce the time that I have to spend in Zoom or Microsoft Teams or, whatever I'm using to talk to people. The first tool I'm going to talk about is screen recording. This has been a major time saver for me. I have used a lot through my career, whether I was talking to clients for my marketing automation practice or colleagues in my work. I often get asked questions about how to do certain things using certain software or view certain documents. In the past, I used to ask them to get on a call, or I used to write an email or a document explaining my thoughts. But now, more often than not, I am using screen recording. Screen recording helps me to, first of all, show my screen and really explain the steps that I go through when I do something or the specific points of a document that I want to talk about. And then the people, they also hear the tone of my voice, and I think it helps more with understanding. The biggest benefit of screen recording is that whenever I get asked the same question about something, I can easily go back to the previous screen recording that I made, and I can just quickly send it to this person and I'm done with it. And finally, when I see that certain questions are asked very frequently or certain things are really part of how we do things, then the screen recording helps us to go through it and create a standard procedure or an FAQ document so that everybody can refer to it and they don't, spend time searching for things. There are many tools in the market to help you create screen recordings. One is Loom. I used Loom for a long time and I love it. Actually, I love the fact that it shows my face on the bottom of the screen. I like that I can move myself or make myself disappear, and I like that it's easy to send. Lately though, I have switched to ClickUp. I didn't want to pay for two tools. I'm using ClickUp anyway for my project management. And ClickUp gives me the possibility to record my screen. So it's easier for me to record my screen in ClickUp and then quickly add the recording into a task so we can transform it into a procedure or an FAQ. If you look around, there are other software out there that are, pretty good at screen recording. And I would encourage you to do the research and find the one that suits you. Let's move on to the next tip, which is voice messages. Hey, you know about that thing we talked about the other day in the team meeting? I actually have a solution for you. I have talked to this hotel in the area. Voice messages are really helping me to reduce the time I spend on Zoom calls. Now, I know from my previous and my current jobs that voice messages are a love or hate situation. Some people love them, some people hate them. So if I know that my colleague hates to listen to voice messages, then I just stop it. But otherwise, I use voice messages very much. I have seen that it helps me to have a conversation without actually having without actually having a conversation, if you know what I mean. I can share my thoughts quickly on a voice message, and it's quicker than writing a message, and it's definitely much quicker than having a call. And then the other cool thing about it is that voice messages can be asynchronous. So the other person can have some time to maybe research or think about what was said and come back with an answer. Again, there are a few tools out there. I am using it really depends how I communicate with this person. So if it's a person that we talked about, if it's a person that we communicate with a lot via WhatsApp, I'm going to send a message on WhatsApp. If it's someone that likes Voxer, I'm using Voxer, voice messages on Facebook Messenger. So, there are many ways you can do that. I have 2 more tools to present to you, so please stick around until the end of the video. But before we get there, I want to ask you as well, which tool are you using to make sure that you have a more efficient communication and you save time on your video calls? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to actually learn from you, and I would love to continue the conversation. The last 2 tools are maybe a bit more complicated, I would say, and they really depend on whether you are working on your own or you work for a business. But whatever the case is, if you haven't implemented them yet, I suggest that you look into it and you talk with your colleagues and you start implementing them. Having a proper project management tool and actually using it is saving us a lot of time from our calls. In my opinion, we shouldn't be using the valuable time we have on a team meeting to update each other on the progress we have on our tasks. Team meetings should be really a time to connect and to take decisions. So if we have a project management tool that is properly set up and everybody is using it, then the only thing before the call is make sure that everybody is updating their status and that everybody is adding comments whenever they have difficulties or challenges or they want to discuss something. This way our meetings become more efficient and, if you ask me, more meaningful. Now, I have to admit that I haven't been very good at this in my previous experiences, but this is something I am trying to implement from now on so that I make my team meetings more effective, more meaningful, and more efficient. Similarly to the previous tools, there are many tools out there in the market. I personally like ClickUp, but there is also Monday.com. There is also Microsoft Project. I mean, it really depends on what you like to use. If you want me actually to do a review of the different project management tools that are out there for small teams, I would be happy to do that in another video. So please let me know in the comments below. A virtual collaboration board is the equivalent of a whiteboard. If you think about a physical meeting in a conference room or in a meeting room, we usually have a whiteboard. And when it comes to brainstorming ideas, the most efficient way to do that is to use sticky notes, post-its, and each person can write their ideas. This way, everybody gets to participate with their ideas, and then we can also bring some structure into the discussion. We can actually have the same effect, and if I may say, we could also have a better effect by using a virtual collaboration tool. In a virtual collaboration tool, there is the whiteboard that can be structured into different sections. We can use different colors of sticky notes. We can vote on certain things. And we really have a lot of possibilities to make our ideation or brainstorming meetings more efficient and more effective. I have used Mural a lot in the past. I like it very much. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just listing the tools that I have used personally. There is also Miro that is pretty similar to Mural, if I'm not mistaken. I have to say that after using a virtual collaboration tool, I prefer to have these meetings using this tool because it's more structured and it helps us to be more efficient. Thank you very much for watching. I'm looking forward to hear from you of your thoughts about this video in the comments below. If you liked it, if you find it useful, please click on the like button because it helps the algorithm put my video in front of more people and get me discovered. And it gives me some boost to invest in making these videos even better. And if you have any suggestions or any questions that you want to talk about, again, the comments are open for you. Have a productive day, and I hope to see you in the next one.